Hi, shipmates. You know what the hardest part is about trying to lose weight? Is when you get on a weight loss stall. I hate those. You're doing everything right and the scale doesn't budge. Well, I've recently been on a very long Mounjaro journey. Today, I'm going to be taking my 89th Mounjaro shot.
98.
98. Did I say 89?
Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Jeff. My 98th Mounjaro shot. And not too long ago, I was on a 4-month-long stall where I didn't lose any weight. Now, I do have type 2 diabetes, and my A1C is fantastic. It's 5.4 now, which is normal. My health is so much better, and I've kept off all the weight that I've lost. But for 4 months, I was almost to Wonderland, but not quite. And I was gaining and losing the same 3 pounds. And it was driving me crazy. And I realized I needed to do something different. I needed to add something different to my game, but I wasn't quite sure what. So I thought the best thing to do would be to talk to a registered dietitian.
Do you know one?
And I know one. I didn't know one at the time.
Right.
So I checked my health insurance, and son of a gun, did you guys know that you might have free visits to registered dietitians on your health insurance? A bunch of health insurances consider talking with a registered dietitian as preventative medicine. And so you might even be able to see a registered dietitian for free. And I was really lucky. The one that I chose is going to be a guest today.
So she is a guest.
She is a guest today. So I'm going to bring her on right now. Her name is Maya Nara, and she is a registered licensed dietitian. And as well as that, she has been on a weight loss journey. She lost a ton of weight years ago and kept it off. So she's going to share with us today her weight loss journey, what things worked really well for her, and she's really going to concentrate on for us what to do when we run into weight loss stalls, if we're on a GLP-1 or not. My husband does not have type 2 diabetes, and he's trying to lose weight along with me with healthy lifestyle choices. But so that's what he's trying to do. And I'm lucky I get to take Mounjaro. So and it's been very, very helpful.
You got type 2 diabetes, lucky.
Yeah, not so lucky that I got the type 2 diabetes, but lucky that my insurance is paying a lot of my Mounjaro costs, and it's been a great tool for me. All right. Well,
what should people do while they're watching?
What should they do while they're watching? Oh, if you have any questions, please put it. This is a live, so please put it in the chat. And let me check real quick. I feel a little like I hear a background squeaky, and I wonder if that's my phone. I'm going to put my phone on silent and hopefully put it over there. And hopefully it's not my phone that's doing that. Okay, Myra. Maya, tell us a little bit about yourself, especially that first journey that helped you to lose weight and keep it off.
Thanks, Gina. Thanks, Jeff. You two are the best. We need to put you on channel 3. Like we got to go bigger here. This is incredible. I feel like I'm back on TV. Thank you both. Thank you for thanks for being on the journey. Thank you for everyone who's watching and viewing and being on your own health journey. It takes a lot of time and patience. And you guys here on the health journey, I've always said to people, you are the people I have the most respect for in the world, because it just requires so much work, both inside and outside. And so, thank you for doing what you guys do. Yeah, my story. That's what you're looking for first, is my story. So I put together, hold on just a minute, Jeff, we'll pop over to it. But I don't hugely love talking about myself, but I think for sake of what we're doing today, I think it's beneficial. And
It is.
I've been a dietitian, registered dietitian for 18 years. I've been practicing in weight loss for 20 years, and it's really all a product of my own path. And I think while there's an expensive piece of paper on my wall, having been in your shoes and thought your thoughts, I think contributes a whole lot more. I suppose I put together a little slideshow. Pictures tell a lot of words. And I don't know, Gina, if you know or not, but the last 15 pounds that I lost last year, more recently, was on a low dose GLP-1. So,
good. You had that experience.
Yes. So that could be good in the end. But why don't we dive in, Jeff, to the first slide. So this is baby Maya. Baby Maya. My highest weight, which I stopped weighing once I saw, I think it was about 203 or 206 on the scale. I stopped weighing. And baby Maya grew up in a Lebanese household, and food was love. There was also physical abuse, neglect. So I didn't know until much later in my life, but there was trauma and a later diagnosis of complex PTSD. And so I grew up in a house where food was love. And if any of you have an ethnic household of any kind, you know that we had the dynamic where food was put on your plate, and you had your plate of food. More food would be put on your plate whether you asked for it or not. And if you didn't eat it, well, you don't love me. You don't like my cooking. So food was everything, and food was love. Food was, if you had a bad day at school, if you didn't feel good, everything was made better with food. And when you are young, you don't know any better. And a lot of those beliefs are anchored in those moments because you have the evidence. You know that, oh, well, I feel bad. Food makes me feel good. So food solves my problems. And that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
I'm
half Italian, and my grandma, who was 100% Italian, that was absolutely food was love. Yes.
Absolutely. It's and delicious. So, by nature, most of us are foodies here too.
Absolutely.
So baby Maya here, I originally, my first job was with Nordstrom department store, with retail. And I was a retail girl in the very, very young years. And this was before going back to college. And there was one of those defining moments, one of those anchor moments for me, where there was many for all of us, I'm sure, was I was in working one day, and I had brought this pair of jeans to this one young girl back in the dressing rooms. And I couldn't fit into the clothes that I was selling. And I was bringing her a size, I don't know, it was 2 or 4 or something. And for some reason, I had done this many times before, but I looked down, and that moment just kind of caught my eye, and I saw the waistband, and then I looked down at my thigh, and I saw the waistband. I looked down at my thigh. I couldn't even get the waistband up my thigh if I had tried at that point. And I knew at that point I had to do something. I wanted to do something. And so I did. And now this is in my late teens. I'm in my 40s now, but so I decided to go to the diet magazines and overexercise and undereat, and lost a lot of weight. And I fell into disordered eating easily, and control and survival were big parts of my trauma, and I hadn't known yet. So turning to food was a natural next step. So at some point, I decided I need to understand what's going on with me, and I checked myself into Registered Dietitian school in St. Louis, Missouri. Grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, moved to St. Louis, Missouri, and now we go between Oregon and Arizona. And so in St. Louis, I went back to school to become a registered dietitian. And in school, it was funny. I joke often because I was taught, and that's that middle photo of me. I was still very overweight in school. My weight was bouncing back around. I was taught that an apple was healthier than a candy bar, but the problem was I wasn't choosing it. And so I paralleled a lot of my studies with cognitive behavioral therapy, brain science, really to understand, like, wait a minute, and I know what to do. Why am I not doing it? I know what's healthy. Why am I not choosing it? And so I paired a lot of the nutrition studies with psychology. And so after college, you could probably head to the next slide, Jeff. So after college, I started losing more weight, and I taught myself a lot of behavior change principles, which I integrated into my first practice, which was I had moved out to Arizona, and I saw patients for cash pay. And brought in behavior change aspects to understand, what do we need to do for your unique individual body. That's what a registered dietitian does, by the way, is we take what have we learned, what is evidence-based principles, what do we know about what you're looking to achieve, whether that be weight loss or body recomposition or heart disease, diabetes, et cetera, PCOS, with your unique individual life and body. So we create what's called this kind of medical nutrition therapy plan for your unique body, not just what's right, but what's right for you. And then combine it with, well, how do I make it real in my life? And so in my first practice, that's what I did. And I started in my early years. I worked also as the food and nutrition contributor to 3 TV here in Arizona as well. So I did a lot of that work for a long time. Yep. And head to the next slide, Jeff. Then what happened after that is my health was not optimal. I was still overweight. So this journey, when I say I've lost 65 pounds, this journey was 20 years. And please, 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 please do not hear that as that's going to take you 20 years to do. That is not true. My path, while I had to learn nutrition, I layered in 3 different layers. The first layer you are seeing in the first iterations of my practice, and that was behavior change. As the practice continued, I went into corporate wellness and started doing teaching and lectures. So these are some of our events that we had held. And you can see that I definitely was still more overweight here. I kind of landed around about 160 to 180 for many years, coming down from my highest. And what I had layered in at this point was something I call more brain training. So learning how to think differently. Our thoughts found our behaviors. That's what cognitive behavioral therapy tells us. So understanding, and I knew that was true for a lot of my patients and clients, was that habits of our brain, things like all or nothing thinking, catastrophic thinking, obsessive thinking, overthinking, trying to control things we can't control, telling stories that aren't true. These are all habituations of our mind. They're habits of our mind. And they drove behavior. For those of you, I'm classic all or nothinger here. So all or nothing is all in, all out, 100%, 0%, go hard, go home, change 998 things about your life on Monday and fall into chocolate cake by Friday. Like that is, and that was me. Like that, I get it. And that's how we're taught, unfortunately, even in social media still these days. So the next layer into my practice was, it was first nutrition and then behavior change and then brain training. And then you can head to the next slide, Jeff. So COVID changed a lot for me. COVID changed a lot personally and professionally for me. And during COVID, professionally speaking, in corporate wellness, we lost a lot. And I really had to, there were many, many anchor moments in my life during this time. And I think that's true for many of us. So I lost a lot, and I really had to not just figure out what was next, but this moment, what had happened. And I had also met my current fiance during this time. I layered in the last piece, and that last piece was in my emotional health and looking at my trauma. And so this is that moment where I was able to understand and see the connections, see the roots, causes behind how it dysregulated nervous system, behind how chronic stress, where we talk about the brain, but if we talk about emotions, for those of us who are in chronic stress, anxiety, frustration, overwhelm, hopelessness, depression, despair, how do those things, for me, it stemmed from severe trauma and complex PTSD, but just living in this world today can cause chronic stress and a dysregulated nervous system. So from an emotional state, that last layer, how does that play into? And really understanding at this piece was, how do I regulate my nervous system? How do I stay in peace? How do I stay grounded when everything around me seems to be chaos? How do I heal trauma, which is always a work in process for anyone who has history of trauma? You know that's true. So what ended up happening was the Southwest Dietitian group was born. So Jeff, you can head on to the next slide. I decided that during a pretty dark time for me, that I would not financially, but professionally speaking, I looked into accepting insurance for people, because people financial situations have changed in a big way. And if people have, just like Gina had mentioned, 95% of our patients pay $0 out of pocket, because preventative services covers registered dietitians at 100%. So if I could learn how to take insurance, if I devoted myself to a year and I gave myself an out, said, if this doesn't work, if you don't like it, next thing I know, we've got, you can see Josie and Tiffany and Taylor. Valerie's our office manager. We've got office here in Gilbert, Arizona, and also in Portland, Oregon. Insurance helps people. It really does. And so now we can offer that support to people. And if you forward on to the last slide here, Jeff, is, I got one more. This is still our team, and our team continues to grow. This is a mud run that we recently did with some of our patients and clients and friends and family and our team here, challenging us to be better versions of ourselves and up-leveling ourselves to be to the next version of ourselves. Okay, now you can head on to the last one. So that last level, I hope you guys are following. I'm kind of paralleling both my professional and personal life, because I think everything is just one.
It's all blended.
It really is. And the last 2 years with Southwest Dietitian Group, and as you can see, Jeremy here, my fiance, and the healing work that I did on myself, the opening of Southwest Dietitian Group, that piece, I don't know that I can tell you the science of a dysregulated nervous system, but beyond that, when it comes to the faith-based pieces, I don't know that I could tell you the hows of that. That allowed me to open the door to the extra weight that was still on my body. And the last couple of years allowed me to lose the final weight to my goal weight of 130, which I am now and have maintained for a year now. That last year, for the last 15 pounds, I did use a low dose GLP, which I believe can be used as a tool. And that's brought me to the maintenance journey, which has been successful. So this is a little bit of my current life for you now. We had 2 cats, and then we brought on a third for some reason, hoping they would play with each other. We got Bruce, Lemon, and now Jazzy right in the middle. This is Jeremy, my fiance here. And then I do not have children, but I do have 2 beautiful nieces that you can see here in this picture.
Aww.
Mila and Raina. So they are growing up super fast. So this is my family, and this is where my life and my weight loss journey have taken me. And they are layers. You could probably cut the slides now for now if you we can come back to the last one. But that's the last thing I'll say is this journey for me, which I hope I communicated somewhat clearly for you, is that everything was connected, and there wasn't just a layer of nutrition. For me, the journey was not eat this and lose the weight. For me, the journey was about learning to change my habits, learning to change how I think, learning to regulate a dysregulated nervous system, and learning how to change emotional habits such as stress and anxiety that had been with me for a very long time. The combination of those, I believe, just my personal experience, that is the formula for permanent weight loss.
Yeah, and you look amazing. So I've seen her not just on the TV screen, but I saw her in person on November 1st, and she gave me my resting metabolism test, and so we could see what's going on in my body. And I also did a DEXA scan in her parking lot, because she had a van that comes every few months that has a DEXA scan in the van.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mobile mammogram, but it's a mobile DEXA scan. And I was able to get that DEXA scan and have Maya look at my results immediately for the RMR, the resting metabolism test, and the DEXA scan. And then she was able to explain to me a little bit of what's going on in my body, which was really incredibly helpful.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad you found that helpful, especially, excuse me, on a GLP, having that understanding and that baseline of where your metabolism is, how much, what is the energy burn, and then where your muscle and bone density and fat is. That's really important. So I'm glad you did that.
Oh, me too. Me too. So, wow. So now you're maintaining at your absolutely ideal weight, you know, because when you see her, she's 130 pounds and she's got muscles on her arms. I mean, she's not just, you know, not eating a lot or whatever. She's eating something because she's able to work out and build muscle as well. And she is just the healthiest thing you ever saw and just as cute as a button.
You're so sweet. Yeah, it's there's definitely I'm not here to I'm not as comfortable talking about myself because I definitely want to I see some of these questions here, but I want to share this with you because I have seen this in practice. And for those of you on GLPs, and I've seen this before, and it is possible, because when I was low dosing to complete the 15 pounds that I had wanted to get off, I have my DEXA somewhere around here, but I had lost 12 pounds of fat and gained 7 pounds of muscle during that time. So when done correctly, and I'm not your doctor, when done correctly, you do not have to lose muscle on a GLP.
And just to jump in here, we're not doctors either.
Right.
Yes.
We always say that each video, I'm your sister from another mister. He's your brother from another mother. We're just sharing our weight loss journeys, and mine being with the GLP-1 and his not. His just doing healthy stuff with me.
And I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you run into a lot of people who are on GLP-1s?
Oh, absolutely. More and more. Absolutely. Yep. I would classify, there's two ways to use a GLP. Now, we don't have the long-term research in GLP specific to weight loss. Peptides have been around for a very, very long time. But we don't have the long-term research yet. Now, what I have seen in practice, so this is my experience in practice, is that you can use a GLP as a tool or you can use it as a magic pill. I highly recommend using it as a tool.
Yeah. It wouldn't work for me as a magic pill, as a magic shot. I have to do all the things to get my scale to move. Food.
Did Gina show you her calendar with all the stars on it? I'm just
You have
curious.
a little habit tracker with all your stars?
Yeah, she has a calendar where she has the various things she wants to accomplish every day. And if she does them, then she gets her little star. Like.
So here's my.
I didn't know if she brought that with her to the.
No, this is my month of October.
Oh,
stars on there. And
what do you get stars for?
Huh?
What do you get your
stars for?
I get a star if I've reached all of my daily
what are they?
goals. And my daily goals, I have to eat at least 4 servings of fruits and vegetables. I have to exercise in some way. It could be cardio or lifting weights. And I didn't start weight training. I mean, I did it years ago, but I didn't restart weight training until the beginning of October when I couldn't get the scale to move. And I knew I needed to do something. I need to find a registered dietitian to talk to me to figure out what is going on with me. And I need to do some kind of change. And one of the changes, I knew I'd been putting off weight training. And, but then I discovered at Planet Fitness, you can get free personal training and they'll show you how to use the weightlifting machines. And so I didn't have any excuses anymore, you know? And
neither did I.
Yeah, and neither did Jeff. And Jeff has never weight trained in his entire adult life.
But I get to be her guest. So.
Yeah, and he gets to be my guest for free
and
at Planet
chauffeur.
Fitness. Yeah. So if we just use the One Planet Fitness in Chandler, it only costs me $10 a month, and I can bring him for free. I do their upgraded plan, their premium one, which is
Black card.
$25, their black card, which is $25 a month. And we did it really. So we travel in a van, and we have another YouTube channel called Anchor Moments RV. And when we travel in the van, we needed some places to have long, hot showers. And so for $25 a month, there's Planet Fitnesses all across the US. Yes. And I can bring Jeff in for free, and we can get a hot shower. And we were just using their cardio equipment when we were traveling. But now we know how to do the weightlifting equipment. So we'll be doing both. Because of the free personal training. Yeah. So really, just about anybody could afford, $10 a month, and you could get free personal training. And
that might be included on some people's insurance also.
Yeah. Oh, we discovered in January our insurance will change, and I'm going to be using the Arizona State Retirement Insurance because I used to be a school teacher, and I taught enough years that I'm vested in, and I can have multiple gym memberships at the same time.
Perfect.
Like, oh my gosh, because I love to swim. So I need to find a gym that can swim. And that means I can work out at the YMCA again. They have great classes. I can catch like a Zumba class or something at the Chandler Y again. So I'm super stoked. I'll be gym hopping in January. But that was my October, very shiny.
Was that it, November, by the way, on the things you have to do?
Oh, no, I have to do more than that. So I have to exercise. I have to eat 4 fruits and veggies in a day. And I have to keep my calories under 1,700 calories. And now I'm really shooting for 1,300 since I've met with Maya, but definitely under 1,700 to get my star sticker.
Is it something about water?
And I have to drink at least 80 ounces of water. And I'm shooting for 100, but if I make it at least 80, I call that good enough to be able to get my star sticker, as long as I exercised, I ate those fruits and vegetables, and I ate between 1,000 and 1,700 calories.
What about your fiber and your protein?
Oh, and I have to have fiber too. Oh gosh, there's more. But wait, there's more.
Those stars are hard to get.
It's hard to get these stars. And the fiber, I was trying to shoot that I had to get 25 grams of fiber for my star sticker. But sometimes that is really tough. And it was making me eat when I wasn't hungry before going to bed, and I didn't like that. So I've dropped it to 20. So if I get at least 20 grams of fiber, and my calories were in that nice little range there, and everything else.
What about protein?
And protein, I have a protein goal too. I have to, and it was good meeting with Maya and getting my resting metabolism done, because she was able to look at my numbers. And I had heard when I first became diabetic that I had a registered dietitian teach me about type 2 diabetes and what to do. And she said to eat 3 meals a day doing the plate method, where half your plate is non-starchy vegetables, 1/4 is starchy, 1/4 is protein, and then you have a little bit of healthy fat with each meal. But she said, I really need to shoot for at least 20 to 30 grams of protein for each meal. So I thought, well, okay, 20 times 3 is 60. So if I'm hitting less than 60, I shouldn't get a star. But I was trying to shoot for the 90, go 90 to 100. But as long as I didn't drop below 60 and I did everything else right, I would still let myself earn that 1 star sticker. And then talking with Myra and going over my resting metabolism and looking at my DEXA scan and everything, she really does not want me to go below 80, because otherwise there's a possibility I can lose muscle while I'm losing weight. And we don't want to do that. We want to maintain that muscle. And so now I don't get that star sticker unless I hit at least 80 grams of protein. And I'm shooting for between 80 and Maya had mentioned 145 grams. So anywhere in there. Every now and again, I get like 130.
And just as a disclaimer, I'm assuming all these questions we'll get to for people on the sides too. I can see that.
Yes, absolutely. Pretty soon.
Gina's plan is not your plan. So for those of you listening, there's 3 questions I always want people to I want people to graduate to the 3rd question in nutrition really is there's what's right, which you can go to, well, I don't say you could go to social media to get that anymore, but there's what's right, we want evidence-based nutrition. And then there's what's right for me, what's right for my unique individual body, which by the way, I saw somebody ask, I'm 5'2", so I'm pretty short. So
and I'm 2.5, I'm a shorty.
We're both shorties. So if Gina and I were the same height, age, weight, sex, everything, we still would need, like, both diabetic, which I forgot to mention I was too at one point, but we still would need 2 different plans. And then there's the 3rd question. And the 3rd question is what's right for me right now? And for any of you women, you understand that perimenopause and menopause completely changes the game, even men and testosterone. But what's right for me right now is ultimately the question to ask, because what worked for us in our 20s definitely does not work for us now.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Are you ready for questions, Gina?
Sure. Well, no. Before we hit questions, you don't make sure we hit this other piece that I promised people.
Okay.
Well, we do have a hard stop in Arizona at 6:25. Maya has something else that she committed herself to at 6:30, and I really want to hear from Maya how she's helped a lot of her different clients get past their weight loss stalls.
Good question. I made a few notes. So weight loss stalls, I'm going to give you a high level overview here.
Okay.
How I view weight loss is if I sit down with someone or I do a weight loss consult, I look at it like this: is I think about, it's a framework, is kind of like, how do I think about weight loss? Because how do I think about someone's unique weight loss? Think of 2 bubbles right here, 2 bubbles. So this first bubble is going to be about correcting imbalances, which I'll explain. The second bubble is about correcting energy balance. Correcting imbalances can be anything from I'm an emotional eater, I have trauma, to I'm a diabetic, PCOS, insulin resistance, gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, SIBO, SIFO, perimenopause, menopause. Like all of these are there are hormonal imbalances, I should say. Menopause is not an imbalance. Thyroid, Hashimoto, cortisol, stress, high stress. These are all potential imbalances that make the second piece of energy balance. What is energy balance? Everyone knows there's not one human on this planet who could eat 20 pounds of pistachios and expect to lose weight, because at the end of the day, calories do matter. Calories are just energy. Energy is food, and that's all good. And all of us know that if we have high stress, or we're not sleeping, we're constipated, our hormones are off, it's going to make energy balance really difficult. It's going to make losing weight harder. Not impossible. Please don't hear impossible, because it's not impossible. While calories matter, it's not the full picture. There's other things that we have to consider. So when we talk about stalls, the first thing that I go to, first thing every time, is like, okay, let's pause for a second. And the first thing I always think about with stalls is it's not a stall till you've stalled really and at the same weight for a month or more. That's not a hard number. It's just what I've seen in practice and how I practice. Yeah. So the body ebbs and flows. There's a lot of contributing factors. Do I have my notes? I just did a live on this the other day, right here, I think. Yeah. There's a lot of contributing factors for stalls: water, salt, alcohol, carbohydrate sensitive bodies, which is PCOS, insulin resistance, prediabetes, diabetes, hormones, if your stress bucket is too full, sleep. Those are all those imbalances, right? So give yourself a month first with a stall. Now, second, look at the imbalances. Third is if we're at a true imbalance, if we're at a true stall, then I'll look at calorie adjustment, but that's last. The goal of weight loss is to eat the most you possibly can and lose weight too, because we want to protect your metabolism. We want to protect that fire. So, one, be patient, wait, keep going. Don't change anything. If not losing weight for a week isn't cause to go out and change 900 things.
Right.
that fix-it mentality could get you in trouble. So just pause, wait a minute, keep going. I get it. Stalls are awful. Next, if it's still at a month, take a look at imbalances. See if there's any imbalances that we could address. Number 3, last case resort would be to downward adjust calories. Usually I do it by 100, but that's the last piece that I would look at. Yeah, those would be the 3 steps for stalls.
Okay. And I've also heard too that sometimes it's good to increase your calories a little bit to where you would be at a maintenance level, and to try that for about a month and then do a cut again. So your body has that little bit of a break without gaining a bunch of weight, not, eating a bunch of ice cream sundaes or whatever, but eating maybe just a little bit more, and without, doing a big gain, but, keeping that maintenance, but moving it a little bit higher in your calories, and then try to do the cut again.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's built on the understanding of something called metabolic adaptation. And so if you think of your metabolism, what is metabolism? And nobody's metabolism is ever broken. It's there, and it's metabolism is my body's ability to create energy from my food or fat, and hopefully fat stores in our body. And that metabolism is how much am I burning in a day. Now, metabolic adaptation simply says and means that our bodies naturally their metabolisms are adaptable. If we decrease our calories for a deficit, it will downward adapt to that, which means that could lead to the need for a further drop in calories. But we also can upwardly adapt. It's the premise somebody asked about reverse dieting, and there's a little bit more to it than this, but the upward, like just what Gina said, would be to bring your calories up to maintenance, eat at maintenance, take maybe a little bit of the stress load off of your body, because weight loss by nature is stressful, not a bad stress, but it is stressful, meaning the body has to get the fat, take the fat, mobilize the fat, get it to the liver, detox it out. By sheer nature of losing weight, your body's doing work. So if we can take that stress load off and you go back up to maintenance, that upward adaptation for your metabolism kind of cools off a little bit, and then you can go back down. Reverse dieting takes it even further, is to say, okay, I'm going to stoke that fire. I'm going to feed it more and stoke it more, and I'm going to push I'm going to allow my body, my metabolism to adapt to a higher level of calories. So metabolic adaptation just means your body adapts upwards or downwards. So that could work too. There's not a wrong answer here. It's really what's your answer.
Oh, that was a really great description of that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That is really, really a great description of that, because my body is really good at the metabolic adapting. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And like I say, I had 4 months where I was between 203 and 206, and it was driving me crazy because I was so close to Wonderland and I couldn't cross it, and it's like, and when I get to 203, I think, okay, 4 more pounds and I'm in Wonderland. And then the next day I'd be 205, and I'd be like, and then I kept going and and doing the cardio and writing my stuff down and trying to get, my calories down. And it was just staying like this. But lifting the weights has really been helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. For those of you if you were watching or listening for GLP, for sure, you want to, those are non-negotiables, and you're doing them all. The non-negotiables for GLP is, weightlifting, resistance, lifting weights, protein, absolute protein, and just monitoring your gut, making sure that you're able to go to the bathroom every day. But protein and weights are non-negotiables.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And plenty of water too.
Yes. That'll help the guts.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Indeed. Yeah. So I think in those 3 stages, I know this is around breaking those stalls and those plateaus. I can do whatever I can do to help to list those out a little bit more for you. But definitely patience number 1, give yourself some time. So you did that. And then really exploring those imbalances next, seeing if any of those are correctable, and then upward or downward adjusting your calories. So did you upward adjusted yours, right?
I just noticed that I probably had already kind of hit that where I was going a little higher. I think I was probably averaging more the 15 to 1600 calories.
Mhm.
And my resting metabolism was 1,611 with that resting test that you did with me. And I was kind of hitting that, but with my metabolic adaptation, it was kind of used to that. So dropping it down and going, okay, I'm really going to try to hit 1,300, and I'm adding weights. That helped me to lose a little bit more again. So now I bounce between 197 and 199 are the three that I go back and forth, because I weigh different every day.
Yeah.
But the lowest is right now is 197. And I hit that number on November 6th. Because I always write down when I've hit the lowest number, and then the next time I hit that lowest number, and I've hit it a few times, but I haven't gone lower than the 197 yet. But I'm waiting. But I do have I got a new scale. It's called a Body Pod by Hume.
Yep.
And supposedly it's supposed to be almost as good as a DEXA scan. I will know for sure, because I think in another 6 months to a year, I want to do the DEXA scan again with you when the van hits your parking lot, and then I can compare it to my Hume thing. But I could flip through just super quick, and then we'll go to questions. But I had Jeff. The Hume thing has a way that you can do reports, and I do not pay any extra. There is a monthly premium you could do that tells you even more stuff, but that already tells me so much stuff. I'm just doing the free version. But you can do a report, and you put what dates you want in that report. So the first time I got the scale and stepped on it was the morning of Halloween, the day before I met with you, Maya. It's when it came in the mail. So I stepped on it on Halloween morning and today. And then it does this weird rainbow thing that I haven't totally figured out, but there's, I don't know, some kind of a rainbow score. And my rainbow score is a 390.
I think the more you get over this way, you hit the pot of gold.
Yeah. So you want to go to the good stuff. I was able to attach my Fitbit watch to my Body Hume app. They said I could do it through another app, and it tells you on the Body Hume thing.
Google Health or something.
Google Health, I think. So that way it knows that I got 8 hours of sleep last night. So that gave me a better score. That I had gotten, and I don't always get 8 hours of sleep. So that's exciting when I hit that. I'm usually a 6.5 is my average for the last 10 years, because it tells me that on my watch. But anyway, let's go to the next one. Go ahead and go to the next one. But it also shows, which is really cool, that even though I've only lost a couple of pounds, my fat has gone down. That I'm down pound wise. I think I'm down 4 pounds of fat, and then you can go to the next one, and I'm up 3 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, that's a really, Jeff, do you mind going back for a second? Even that visceral decrease in the last slide. Take a look at that lean mass from 108 to 111. That's that is, your muscle is your 401k. Like that is, you want to protect that at all costs right there, because that is your metabolism. Your metabolism, muscle is more metabolically active than fat. So, and that weight, even though it was a tiny reduction in weight, what's happening on the inside for you, this is down to health. You're transforming your insides here. This is phenomenal. Great job.
Thank you. But it does make me feel a lot better. I'm like, okay, I'm only down about 2 pounds on this scale, but
look at the muscle mass.
Muscle went up because I've been lifting weights, and fat's gone down, which has been really helpful.
111 minus 1.
And it does give you a visceral fat score, and between 1 and 25. And I was an 18 on Halloween, and now I'm a 17 on my visceral fat.
Is that one? Next slide.
It's on one of these, yeah.
So 3 pounds, 3.3 pounds of muscle, and then 84 minus 79.3. I'm just such a calculator kid.
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on in the inside of your body, even though it's only like the 2 pounds you see on the actual scale. This is why getting into your muscle and fat mass is so important, because look, on the inside, you lost 4.7 pounds of fat and gained 3.3 pounds of muscle. That's incredible. Mind blown. Yeah. So that's why the scale is tricky, because like the scale, if you didn't have this data and you didn't look at the and you only looked at the scale, you might become discouraged. But holy cow, your insides are beautiful.
Well, thank you.
It's dark in there.
It's dark in there. Okay, now you go to the next one. And there we go. Yeah, I needed to put on my glasses.
Yes,
it's all so tiny. I think that's the one that shows the visceral fat going from 18 to 17. So that's on its way down too. So yeah. And I think, is that it? Or no, there was one other. My skeletal mass is still very similar. But yeah, there we go. I think, is that it? Or is there one more? And that's the hydration. And actually, with the hydration, I always weigh myself first thing in the morning before I drink anything. So I would always be a little bit on the dehydrated side. And then I drink a big glass of water once I'm done weighing myself. Oh, there we go. Oh, and then it showed too, which was kind of nice, that the body pod thinks that that I get to eat an additional 15 calories a day. My metabolism got better 15 calorie wise from having that extra muscle, which was kind of nice. And then what's really funny is it gives you a metabolic age, and I'm 59 and it says my metabolic age is 67. So, older. And Jeff's, oh my gosh, it thinks he's only 48 and
46.
He's 46. Yeah. Oh, good grief. And he's 5 years older than me. He's awesome. 64.
But I'm kind of immature. So.
So he's been teasing me a lot about that. He's been a little bit competitive with the metabolic age there, that now I'm older than him.
That's it.
Yep, and that's it. Okay. And then just go back to, there we go. All right. Well, let's see what I'll give these back to you.
I'll get your glasses.
Yeah, thanks. I can't see with those. Let's see what some of our people in the Anchor Moments community have to say, and some of them will have questions, I am sure. So let's see here. We got Robin Lackwell on the house. Yay! And we've got Laura. Thank you. That'll help me. That's better. We got Laura Miller here. She's hoping all the shipmates are doing well. And she almost forgot that today was Monday. Yay. And we got Mounjaro Journey with Pam. She has lost 160 pounds, Maya, on her GLP-1 journey. She is absolutely amazing. And she's been a guest on my show a couple of times. And we're always so good saying hi to each other. Hey, we got Taz the Bulldog's mom in the house, Cindy. And Robin says, I had a dietitian, but only for a while through my U-Care. And I did learn a lot. I highly recommend this, you guys. Everybody needs to have a personal dietitian that you can check in with every now and again that can really help you figure out how to lose weight best for you. And we got Mindy, and Mindy's got a question. She says, what does Maya think about reverse dieting? Which she did tell about that.
That was a good explanation. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, only thing. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. And I was curious if you've ever done reverse dieting to yourself.
Yes. Really good question, Mindy. So we talked about the metabolic adaptation. And so reverse dieting is the purpose is to help your body upward adapt to a higher amount of calories. And you can use it in kind of two various scenarios. If you are in a plateau or a stall, you could use it there. A lot of people don't like to use it because there is during weight loss, because there is the chance of continuing to not lose or slightly gain. So a lot of people don't like that option. Or afterwards to push the metabolism up to basically eat more. You know, we don't, the game isn't to eat less throughout life. The game is to be able to like continue to eat more and maintain your weight. So reverse dieting, if when we upward, when we work on your metabolic adaptation and push you upward, reverse dieting, there is an exactness to it. So that's the other piece that can be a little difficult. It depends on where someone's at on the journey. And I don't know necessarily, Mindy, where you are, but some people are, the exactness simply says that usually what I do with people is take them, say, an increase of 50, maybe 75 or 100 calories like per week. And it does require some tracking. It does require some exactness. And so, you know, if someone, I'm not saying you are by any means, Mindy, I don't know, if someone is working on a relationship with food, that's probably not the right step. If someone's working on their changing their thinking or working on their emotional health or their nervous system, that's probably not the right move. But when someone's ready, and if they're ready for that exactness, reverse dieting, I have seen it in practice be very beneficial, and I have done it myself as well. It does. The last thing I'll say about it is it clues you in to some things that we have to learn to be in the maintenance journey, as Gina so eloquently said, is that maintenance too is a journey where if our past self used to freak out when we saw the scale go up, well, part of the maintenance journey is being okay with that. And that can happen during reverse dieting, where in past self might have seen that as an indication of self-worth or lack or trying to fix, etc. This is not true for all of us, where maintenance self or journey is data. So the more that we can shift it from personal into data, the more successful someone is in reverse dieting. So there's a little bit of the how-to and a little bit of the mindset there.
And Mindy will rock and roll it. Mindy has lost over 100 pounds. She has done triathlons. So she's really amazing. And she just started switching from triathlons to weight training is what she's working on right now. And she does work with she's one of my buddies. And I've had her as a guest on my show maybe 3 times now, 3 or 4 times. Mindy is awesome. And her husband is an incredible cook, and he cooks her stuff, and it's her refrigerator is very organized.
No, we didn't raid her refrigerator.
No, but we did. Yeah, we visited her.
Refrigerator.
Mindy, you are much more advanced on the journey. So then the only thing I would add would, if you haven't already, you probably already have, but if you haven't already, before a reverse, if the purpose then is to increase your RMR, your resting metabolic rate, actually get a indirect calorimetry test in your area. Do you guys know where she lives?
Yes, she lives in North Carolina. We visited her in our van from Arizona to North Carolina. Awesome. Yeah, and her husband cooked for us, and we had him cook during the live, and he wasn't even prepared to do that, but he did it. He was just such a cutie pie. And we opened up a refrigerator door and said, what is someone who's lost 100 pounds? What do they keep in their fridge? That's great. And it was fun. And her refrigerator was amazing. Oh my gosh. She got an A+++ with all the healthy foods in there that were all ready to go.
Check your area, Mindy, and get a resting metabolic rate test, RMR test, and then use that as the kickoff point for the exact reverse calorie. I would probably take you like 50 calories in increase per, and then you would slowly also just start to, and it sounds like you're doing great with movement. You can add something for movement that kicks it up another 25 or 50 calories movement wise too. It could be something as simple as, an extra like 1,000 steps a day, or a little extra at the end of your workout, but just something small, not huge. So I hope that answered your question.
That was great. Thank you. And sorry. And Health at Any Cost is Barb, and she says, I'm here listening. She is stunningly beautiful. Yes, she is. Maya is absolutely gorgeous. And Barb has also been a guest on my show, and she has her own YouTube channel. And she has gone from 405 pounds, where she was bedbound for 10 years. She is now dropped to 125.
Wow.
And she has done the Mounjaro journey, and she's a rock star. She's absolutely amazing, and it's helped her quite a bit. It has helped her. It's been life-changing for her. And she walks for like 6 to 7 miles every single day.
Wow.
Even in the summer. She lives in Florida where it's hot. I'm just so
famous.
proud of her.
We didn't raid her fridge.
We didn't raid her fridge, but we did visit her in Florida too. And we slept in her driveway, and we slept in Mindy's driveway in our van.
All good people. That's amazing.
Yes, we made a lot of friends here online. And Barb says, my insurance does not pay for our, oh, you're kidding, doesn't pay for a registered dietitian. But the Cancer Center put in touch with a free one who specializes in cancer patients. Oh. She helped me so much. Awesome. And Barb also is battling 2 kinds of cancer at the moment. So we really have her in our prayers. But the GLP-1s helped her so much with her health, but she had skin cancer before she ever started her GLP-1 journey. And she has another one as well. So she's been working with a lot of that.
Thanks for taking care of you.
Yep. So we always pray for Barb because we just love her. Hey, we got Sandy Murphy in the house. And Sandy says, how tall are you, Maya? I'm 5'1" and wonder what you would think is the ideal weight.
I'm 5'2", 5'3", given the day. Ideal weight is everything in nutrition is the correct answer in nutrition is it depends. It's boring and it doesn't sell on social media. Like good nutrition is simple, and you all know that because you all are very advanced here, which is amazing. Ideal weight is I always ask what people if they have a weight they think they would feel good at or believe they would feel good at. I'm less interested in what your doctor tells you where you should be. Because I want to know, I will look at the BMI scale. The BMI scale I use lightly. Sometimes I use it more for insurance than to apply it to people, but it does give you a really good range. And like, okay, well, it kind of tells you like, here's what it says is overweight. Here's what is normal. Some people will tell you, well, that BMI scale, if I was this, I would be sickly if I was normal at that weight. I would go based on like, if you really have no idea, go use the BMI scale online and put in your height and weight and play with the numbers. And it'll give you a good, like, okay, if I was 150 pounds, I would feel good here. I would be able to, run around with my grandkids. My blood pressure would be lower. I would feel good in my body. I would be mobile. These are the things I'm looking for that apply to you and your ideal weight. So ideal weight is, I could never just tell someone, here's your ideal weight, right? It really applies more to you.
Yeah. And how much muscle that you naturally have.
Yeah.
For me at 110 is the bottom on the BMI chart for someone 5'2".
You have 111 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, I would lose so much muscle. And I've got, when I was 110, I had to starve myself to be there because I have a big round butt and I have big thighs that are muscle thighs without the fat on them and big calves. So 110 makes my ribs 100% show. And it's just too hard. And I can't maintain it if I eat food. I can only maintain that if I exercise, and I can have 4 bites of cottage cheese and drink a tab. That's what I did in high school to be 110. But
that's not on any of the plans you're proposing, right, Maya?
No. Absolutely not. Yes.
And Barb asks, and says to Sandy, I'm guessing she's 5'1" or so too. I'm also 5'1", weighing 129 today. I hover between 125 and 131 also. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, weight is always a range. We're never one number. Weight is always a range.
Always arrange. Yep. Oh, thanks, Barb. And she's reminding everyone to please hit the like because that really does make a difference. And if it's your first time showing up to an Anchor Moments show, my name's Gina. It's my husband, Jeff. And we'd love to have you subscribe too and join our Anchor Moments community. Be a shipmate. And everyone can be a shipmate for free. There's no cost to be a shipmate.
You don't even have to swab the deck.
You don't, yeah. There you go.
I'm in.
Yeah. And Journey of Life's in the house. Yay. And says, I'm late, but I'm here. So glad I made it. Hello, Maya. You're Lebanese and I'm Syrian. So happy to know someone from the Middle East speaking up about GLP-1s. Yay. And Journey of Life says, hello, Jeff and Gina. Hello, everyone in the chat box. And our community just loves saying hi to each other, and they show up each week, and we've all become really good friends. And Journey of Life says, this video came in clutch because I'm in a stall at 142. I came from 216, my highest, and started Zepbound at 178. I'm 5'1". I work out, and I only eat half a pita bread, chicken breast, fish, and greens.
Well, do you know Journey of Life's name? Do we know who it is? That's
Nope.
okay. You know everybody in the community, so I'm just asking.
I know so many. I know Barb has helped at any cost, but
if we go back to kind of brief high-level overview here, Journey of Life, if we look at, so first thing would be, you want to ask yourself these questions, like how long, have I been here at least about a month?
She's been there 3 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks. But still being on a GLP, expect to lose something. Yeah, let me go back to, so the last comment you had made. So then I go over to these imbalances and just see, right, there's quite a few lists of them that I had went through briefly, but just as I'll run through them very quickly. Like, I'm not saying you're doing any of these, just kind of thinking through alcohol, salt, water, carbohydrate sensitive bodies as known to us through prediabetes, insulin resistance, PCOS, hormones, sex, thyroid hormones, sleep, digestion, stress bucket. How full is our stress bucket? Something that just tipped my brain off just a little bit. And I don't know that this is true. I would need like more of something like a baseline exercise to understand, where's your metabolism and how many calories. One thing in your last comment, when you said, I work out and I only eat half a pita, chicken breast, fish, and greens. That's all wonderful, healthy food. Think about it this way, is remember, weight loss is stressful on the body. And sometimes it is possible to go too low of calorie. Like if your body is used to burning this, like a safe deficit below that, safe weight loss is 0.5 pound to 2 pounds per week. Any more, and we might be losing muscle. We could have loose skin. So there is a safe deficit, and you might be lower than that safe deficit because that doesn't seem like a whole lot of food. I'm not saying that that's the true case. That may not be for you because I'd really have to learn more. But looking at how much you're eating, the workouts fill the stress bucket, so there could be too much there. Maybe putting the action step you could take, and I have very little to go off of here, so I want to give you something. I would probably recommend that you would take a week to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. You can go and look online and look up the hunger scale. Eat when you're hungry, stop when you're, I'd say, satisfied on the hunger scale.
Yeah.
And that'll take you, not full, satisfied. Yes, there's a difference on the hunger scale. Use the hunger scale. That will take you to your maintenance calories. Give yourself about a week there, and then try and deficit from there. That might show us if you're eating too little.
That was great advice there. That's how I knew that there was 2 months of that 4 months that I didn't have a scale to step on, and we were traveling in a van for 2 of the 4 months, the first 2 months. And when I came back, I was only up 2 pounds, and I was eating at restaurants and stuff too.
How long were we gone?
2 months, 8 weeks. But I was stopping when I was satisfied, not full, but satisfied. And when the 2 months that I was home of the 4 months towards the end, I was keeping track of my calories. And when I tried cutting to 1,300, I was hungry before I went to bed. I was a little hungry, and I felt like I wasn't starving, but if I could eat 200 more calories, I'd feel better. Eat, my Catalina Crunch protein cereal with some milk or something. And that helped me to realize, oh, shoot. All right, we got 5 more minutes. But anyway, yes, that I was probably eating at maintenance and then where the 13 is. Okay. And wait, we said that one. We have 5 minutes left, and then our wonderful guest has to leave. We got Yolanda in the house. Yay. Hi, Yolanda. We'll see if we have any more questions here. Let's see. Oh, it's just so nice to have everybody here being so nice. And it's hard for Journey of Life to get her in.
I hear that a lot.
And Cindy's watching virtual there. Let's see.
Yeah. We definitely do, for question, Tazzy Man, our team is licensed in several states, so you could just reach out to us.
So she could do a virtual.
Yep. You don't have to be in Arizona to see us.
Awesome. That is good to know. Thank you, Maya. And I do have Maya's website in the description of this video, so you can click on that if you're interested in doing a one-on-one with her.
Val's our office manager over there, so we can check your benefits.
Okay. And Mindy says, I'm using reverse dieting. I've lost 108, but want to lose a little more. I've taken my calories from 1450, wow, to 2050. I'm meticulously counting calories, and she would be. I can vouch for her, and she's very data driven, so she's just perfect for that.
I love to see
and she thanks you for your explanation. She's gained a couple of pounds, but that's it. Wow. And that's great, because then she can really enjoy, and her husband's a fabulous cook. And Journey of Life says, I do lift for 30 minutes every day and try to get in a walk when I'm able. I'm a mom of 3, and one is a baby who needs my attention constantly. And so probably sleep too. I know that I'm more likely to lose a pound if I've slept at least 7.5 hours.
Yeah.
Those nights that I'm 6 hours or less, even if I didn't eat a lot of calories the day before, that scale ain't gonna move for me.
Journey of Life, it might be some stress. Your stress bucket is pretty full. It might be that.
Yeah.
What was the test?
Indirect what test? Oh, the resting metabolism test.
It's called indirect calorimetry. Is the gold standard. Indirect calorimetry. It's a gold standard for how many calories you burn on a day, and it basically measures your oxygen consumption. It's only about a 10-minute breath test.
Yeah, and Mindy's, when she did hers, it was 1750. So that really shows how cool reverse dieting is working for Mindy, because she's up to 2,000, and she's only gained a pound or 2, but she's eating 2,000 a day.
I love to see twos.
Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, Barb's walking is amazing. 7 every day. And my internet is stupid tonight, bummed, because I was really looking forward to this interview. Been in a stall for months. I'll have to catch it in replay. Absolutely. You'll be able to catch it in replay the second we pop off. Oh, good. And do you have a YouTube channel, Maya?
I do. Yeah. It's my name. It's Maya Nara RD.
Okay. Yeah. And her full name is in the description too, with her website. And we'll have to look for your YouTube channel, Maya. I'm Angie, the one Barb said hello to. Yay. Oh, Angie. Journey of Life's name is Angie. Yay. All right, I got 2 minutes. All right. And people are just so excited to have you here. Hey, and Claudia is in the house. She's the gal I talked to you about before the video. Hi, Jean and Jeff. Good to see you, and great topics. I 100% agree. I lose more when I'm getting 7 or more hours of sleep. When I'm trying to skate by. On 4, I stall. Yeah, on 4 hours. Yeah, it's just too hard. You got to get that sleep.
1 minute. Okay,
got 1 minute left. I just submitted to your website. Cool beans. And we got through all of the messages too. See, God is good. All right.
Well, if I have more comments, you can put them into the comments, and you'll be responding to people.
Right, on the
Maybe you can forward
replay.
some stuff
Okay.
too.
Sure. And we hope to have Myra again sometime.
Let's talk all about nutrition next time. Just take all the Q&As. It sounds good to me.
Yes. And I always check.
Hurry.
You're good. You're good.
Leaderboard win. It's based on how much that they responded in the comments. And
That's awesome.
I usually have this set up live. Here it is. Wait a second. Here it is. Dun, da, da, da. I click on this. It's not going on. I have to click on it and then it'll tell me.
Thank you.
Oh, and the clock is ticking. Can you do it on yours, Jeff?
I don't know.
For some reason, I'm clicking on the live and it's not.
It's okay. We have the meal planning club at 6:30, so we are good. We can go a couple minutes and I'll hop on the other one.
Can you make it work on yours?
What do I do?
Okay. So then, all right. So we're on here and we click here. No. Oh, shoot. Why is it showing pots and pans? All right. Oh, wait, here we go. So it's in an ad for a second.
I think we're stuck.
Well, wait, if you click stop the ad, and then at the top of it, it has a leaderboard.
No, sorry.
Oh, because it's doing. Oh, wait, there it is. There we go. And here we go. All right. And so today we have and a few more of a journey of life saying hi to people too. And so today, number one or third place is Journey of Life, Angie. Second place is Alonda. And first place is Cindy, Taz the Bulldog's mom. Wear your crowns proudly. Yay. All right, everybody. Hold on to your anchor moments and have a great Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.